everyone. Welcome back to another episode of The Do-Over. I'm your host, and today we're going to be talking about the importance of having a plan B now. This is actually something that was sent in by one of our viewers. A viewer who's been watching the channel for a while has been watching the series. They had a realization recently. I want to read it to you because I think that this could potentially help other people out there who might be in a similar situation. And hopefully by reading their story, you can maybe relate to it, or you can take some things away from it to help yourself in the future. So let me read this viewer's story and then we'll talk about it, okay? So here's what they said. I have an update on my situation. To sum up quickly, I was a huge enabler for my ex-husband. He struggled with addiction since before we got married, and things did not get better after we had kids. After 12 years together, I finally left him last year. It's been hard, but I've been taking steps to rebuild my life. I've moved out of my hometown, found a new job, new friends, new everything. My whole family disowned me because of my ex-husband. So I was very lucky to have saved money during my marriage and become financially independent. But now I'm finally starting to feel like myself again. I am happy. I am strong, and I'm done with therapy. The thing is, he reached out to me after 6 months of no contact. First, it was a few random text messages, and then he called me to ask if he could come visit me. He wanted to know how I was doing and to tell me that he was doing well, too. He even asked me if I missed him. I was blunt and told him that I didn't. I told him that I was doing great and that I was uninterested in being more than friends. He got angry and accused me of playing games with him. I told him that I was being honest and that he knew that I was when we talked. But he persisted and asked me why I wouldn't even give him a chance. I told him that I couldn't trust him and that I was done. He begged me to not cut him out of my life completely and said that he would do anything for me. I held firm and told him that I needed space. The next day he calls me saying that he wants to see the kid. I agreed that he could come see them, but only for a few hours on a Saturday. When he dropped them off, he started asking me for another chance and said that he could go get his things from his parents' house and move back in with me. I told him that I couldn't trust him and that I needed more time. He was devastated and said that he just wanted to be able to co-parent and that he didn't want to fight anymore. I agreed that we would try to be civil for the sake of the kids. Fast forward 2 weeks and he is at my house every other day, sometimes staying late into the night. I keep getting drawn back in and I don't know why. We're not intimate at all. He sleeps on the couch and doesn't spend any time alone with me, but I find myself going out of my way to make sure that he eats. I'm making sure that he is okay. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and he is laying there fast asleep on the couch. I haven't told him to leave or asked him to leave. On top of that, my family is blowing up my phone telling me that I should take him back because he is a good guy and that he would never hurt me. I've been telling them that I'm not ready, but they keep pressuring me. Honestly, it feels like I've regressed 10 years and I'm afraid that I'm making a huge mistake. I'm glad that I ended things with him, but I don't know what to do now. Okay, so obviously this person is in a really difficult position right now. They went through a divorce with someone who struggled with addiction, who also apparently was not necessarily the best person, most reliable person in the world, but who's now coming back around claiming to be changed. Of course, she says that she's made progress with her life. She's left this person in the past, but now he's back and she's kind of letting him back in. I think that there's definitely some red flags here. No. One, her family is pressuring her to take him back. Her family clearly does not see what she sees. They don't see the addiction. They don't see the manipulation. They don't see the lying. They don't see the controlling behavior. If they were willing to ignore all of those things that she was dealing with in order to excuse him, then that tells you a lot right there. The second red flag is that he is staying at her house basically every single night. This isn't a guy who's just trying to be a good co-parent and see his kids. This is a guy who's trying to move back in with his ex-wife, even though she has told him repeatedly that she doesn't want to get back together. And then third, he is sleeping on the couch. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, except for the fact that he's doing it willingly. Someone who truly is just there to be a good co-parent and doesn't have any other ulterior motives would have made it very clear long ago that they wanted to work on repairing their relationship with her. If he is sleeping on a couch and he is not trying to make any moves towards getting into bed with her, then that means that he's not interested in getting back together. He is just trying to move back in and live with her and be close to her so that he can continue to manipulate her. Manipulation comes in many forms, and sometimes it's subtle. Sometimes it's not even intentional. A lot of times when we're manipulated, we don't even realize that we're being manipulated until later on. One form of manipulation is something that happens every single day on social media. If you're struggling with feeling anxious, stressed, overwhelmed, or you just feel like you're not living to your potential, then therapy can help. So no, one, do not let anyone pressure you into doing something that you don't want to do. Just because your family thinks that this is a good idea, it doesn't mean that it is. Only you know what you went through. Only you know how bad things were. Only you know the manipulation tactics that you had to deal with. If they don't see that, then don't even bother trying to convince them otherwise. Don't even bother trying to explain it to them. They're not going to understand. They're going to continue to push. And if you cave because of that pressure, you're going to end up getting back together with someone who you know is not good for you. You already did that once. Don't do it again. No. 2, you already know that this person is not good for you. You already know that this person struggles with addiction. You already know that this person is manipulative. If you don't believe me, listen to the way that he treated you when you were together. If you don't believe me, look at the things that he did while you were together. Look at the things that he did when you tried to leave him. Look at the things that he's doing right now. Even though you've told him that you don't want to get back together, he is manipulating you by putting pressure on you, staying at your house, sleeping on your couch, waiting for you to give in. That's not the behavior of a good person. That's the behavior of someone who's selfish, and he's not there to be a good He is there to try to win you back so that he can continue to have you in his life the way that he always did. And no, 3, you are stronger than you think. You left this person once, which means that you can do it again. You are capable of doing that. You are capable of leaving this person behind. You are capable of cutting him out of your life once and for all. You're capable of protecting yourself, protecting your happiness, protecting your future. Don't let anyone, not even your own family, pressure you into something that you don't want to do. Don't let anyone, not even yourself, allow you to slip back into old habits. You are strong. You are capable. You are deserving of so much more than someone who treats you poorly and who you have to constantly worry about. You deserve more than someone who is selfish and self-centered and who doesn't care about how their actions affect you. So please remember that when he starts manipulating you, when he starts pressuring you, when he starts doing these little things that seem so small but are actually so damaging, don't let him do it. Don't let him break down your walls. Don't let him break through your barriers. Don't let him break your strength. Don't let him break your spirit. Don't let him break your heart. I hope that this helps. And remember, you are still meant to come back.